Hey everyone, you're watching the Green Dream Project, and I've been sifting soil for a few days. I was kind of hoping I could get the soil sifting process done in one day, but it just took a little while. I need to figure out a workflow, just make it down and dirty. Get the soil in, sift it, toss it out. I did 32 cartfuls. We got 32 cartfuls right here. It's a lot of sifted soil. Will it be enough? Will it be more than we need? We'll find out. But today is the day. Today is the day we're gonna get some soil into these bags and start our first course. Very exciting. All right, so we passed quality control test. Next up, we're gonna lay some tarps down. We don't want anything poking up and possibly disrupting the liner that we're eventually going to put in here. So any extra protection, especially near the bottom, is going to be helpful. Believe it or not, it's been a long time coming, but we're about to start filling bags. You excited? She's silently excited. It's Jim and Silent Jess here. She's going to be down at the bottom since she's quality control. She's going to make sure these bags are on point. I'll be up here doing the running around, getting things mixed, handing her cans, giving her what she needs. Isn't that what a good husband does? All right, let's get started. Yeah! Just got done taking crew for a walk. Now we're back at it. I got a couple mixes ready to go, man. This first row is killer. There's been a lot of learning to do. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I've got some kinks to work out.
Mostly on my part. She is doing fantastic. This looks amazing down here. All the mistakes so far have been on me. But luckily, she hasn't put in the divorce papers yet. We're still okay. We're still here. We're still working. All right, so we are on day 2 of filling the bags. Now, generally, we don't want to take more than one day to fill the bags, and I don't think that we normally will. It's just the last time we got just a late start. Obviously, we're still doing some prep work before we started filling bags.
And it took us a little while to get into a good rhythm.
Yeah, we're getting the workflow. Some of that stuff is a little difficult to determine before you start work. Sometimes you got to figure out some of those workflows as it's going and the best way to get those materials and move those materials
We
around.
didn't have new gloves.
Yeah, we picked up some new gloves. She's really excited about the new gloves.
Gloves without holes in them.
Before we got these, all of our gloves had holes in them, every single pair. We are rough on the gloves. But better holes in the gloves than holes in the hands, am I right?
Yes.
Safety first. I'm excited. You ready? You ready to get to it?
Yeah.
She's got the new gloves. She's ready. Let's do it. So this mix, like I said, is already kind of wet from all the rain we got. So I haven't even been adding that much water. I've been putting maybe about 14 shovelfuls inside the mixer. And then adding maybe 1/3 of a gallon of water. That's about it. So Jessica just placed the last of our bags. It was a smaller than average bag. What'd you put, maybe like a half bag?
Yeah.
So just half filled with dirt, put that in place, and then everything's looking nice and tight. Let's get a final count on the bags.
31 and a half.
31 and a half. So we estimated 32. Then we were thinking we were gonna need more, and then we ended up actually using a little less. But how cool is that? 32 bags. And we still have plenty of sifted material, so that'll give us a head start for the next course. But we still have quite a bit to do here yet to finish. What do we got to do next?
Tamp.
Tamp it! We got any happy tampers in the crowd? Is there a good technique? If it hurts, don't do that. You're a natural tamper, look at that. Basically, also you want to like listen for a sound. That should be like a sound change. So while she's busy, I'm gonna start getting the barbed wire ready. So here it is, plain and simple. This is the barbed wire roll stand. I just put a steel bar through the barbed wire roll and just held it in place with some cinder blocks. And it seems to do pretty well. Let's pop a squat. Let's talk to the people. Wow. So we just completed the first course of our rainwater harvesting cistern. How do you feel?
A little sore, but pretty good. It was easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's a lot of work, don't get me wrong. But when it came to like filling the bags, tamping was tough, right?
Yeah.
And then laying the barbed wire was a little tricky, but not too bad, right?
Nope. Did you get torn up a little bit?
Yeah, I got caught by the barbed wire. I got caught by the barbed wire a little bit.
I did a little bit. So.
You're going to get stuck when working with barbed wire. It's going to happen. One thing we learned with the tamping is that the actual homemade tamper works better
than the flat steel one.
Than the flat steel one, the one that we bought. The store-bought flat tamper distributed the weight on a much flatter surface, but it was much harder to get the material.
Yeah, it took more work.
So, score one for the homemade tool. Starting out was a little rough. We had to just figure out the workflow, just make everything a little bit more efficient.
Mm-hmm. Getting the soil mixture just right.
I thought I'd change things up. Maybe it would make things a little better, but I ended up adding way too much water, and so it just made a muddy mess, and it was difficult to work with. It was getting everywhere. It was sloppy, and it took us a while to work through that. Actually, because of all the rains we've been getting, the soil didn't really need that much extra water. This course took less than 10 gallons of water. I'd say maybe 6 gallons of water at the most. And I think we got a good idea of how to move forward from here. So I was estimating that we would need to sift 34 or 35 cartfuls in order to complete a course. Luckily, we don't need as much. Maybe 25. When the bags tamp down, what do they tamp down to?
4 inches, which is less than we were thinking. So that means we might be having to do more courses. So we might have a pretty stable wall because it's fairly wide.
These walls are going to be 18 inches thick. They ain't going nowhere. So I'm thinking we can get a whole course laid in one day. Bags filled, tamped, barbed wire. The tricky part is just going to be to stay ahead of the game and keep sifting. That's going to be our life for the next month just for this. And then, of course, the house. The next thing I got to do is I got to install the pipe that will go from the water tank over to the house. Especially when doing this kind of building, everything's got to be done ahead of time. Everything's got to be planned because you don't want to be putting holes into 18-inch thick walls.
That can't be fun.
What a fun day. We got a lot accomplished, and we're just going to keep at it. We'll bring you along. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe because you want to see what we do next. Later, y'all!